Hey, what's up guys, it's Dave from Birdie Vibes Disc Golf. Today we're looking at the Discraft Heat, a distance driver, see how it performs, how it flies, all that coming up. Now before we look at the flight paths of the Heat, let's look at some of the specs on here. This is a distance driver from Discraft, a 9-speed, 6-glide, -3 turn, and a 1 fade. So this is gonna give you a pretty good turn to the right if you throw it right hand backhand, which is what we're going to be throwing in this video. And then it's going to give you a slight little finish to the left and just finish off really, really nicely. This is in the Z-Line plastic from Discraft. I really like the Z-Line plastic. It feels nice in the hand, easy to release, so I haven't gotten much grip lock with this, especially straight out of the box. And the rim is a really nice width here. This is a 174-gram disc. I like heavier discs because I feel like it just allows me to have more confidence throwing far, but the Z-Line plastic is really nice. All plastics are going to fly slightly different than the others, but the 9.6 -3.1 specs on this are pretty consistent to what I've seen throwing this disc. Now, just for references, we're dealing with this disc golf hole behind me. It's a par 4, completely flat with plenty of room to work with, so these should fly perfectly. It's 55 degrees and we're dealing with a left to right wind of 5 miles per hour, just for clarification on the data there. Now let's chuck this thing around. So first, to show you the true flight path of the Heat, I'm gonna release it completely flat and just burn it down the center of the fairway.
To be consistent, I didn't go full power here, but you can see on the shot tracker how it starts straight, then starts to go right with that -3 turn, then has the 1 fade right at the end of the shot consistently.
I did aim slightly right on that to get it out of the trees on the left, but pretty consistent flight path on that Heat. It's gonna go out a little bit to the right and finish just slightly left, which is a really good flight path, especially for beginners. Hey, real quick, if you're getting a lot of value out of this video, be sure and hit the subscribe and notification bell so that you're notified every time Birdie Vibes Disc Golf comes out with a new video. Let's get back to some throwing. Now I'm gonna release the Heat on a slight hyzer turn, meaning it's turning from right to left in that angle, releasing it at an angle like this.
I was actually surprised on hyzer. It didn't try to fight out of it with that -3 turn, but stayed pretty consistent on this line to have a nice right to left turn.
Now, if you like that flight path, it's something that you think you could use for your disc golf, I have an affiliate link linked in the video description as well as the comment section. It's pinned there where you can find it to pick up a copy of your own. Let's get back to throwing. Now I'm gonna release the Heat on a slight anhyzer, which means it's gonna go from left to right, releasing it at a slight angle like this.
The only real difference in a straight shot versus the anhyzer with this disc is the distance. You're going to get a similar flight path because of that -3 turn, but it's going to be shorter on anhyzer.
All right, so now you've seen all the flight paths here. Who do I recommend this disc to? Well, it's pretty consistent all across the board. You get good distance out of it. If I was a beginner and I wanted to invest in a distance driver, I would first look at the Heat. This is probably the best beginner distance driver that I've seen and used. And even when I started using the Heat. Now, I always recommend people start with putters and mid-ranges, but if you just can't resist to get a distance driver, definitely go after the Heat here. I've been using it and keeping it in my bag since I started and really like this. If I were to go for a shot like 400 feet, 350 to 400, anywhere that range based on your arm speed, I would pull out the Heat, especially on a big fairway like this. Now, with a -3.1 turn and fade, I don't know if I would use this for those tunnel shots, but it is pretty good when dealing with wider fairways like this one that we threw on today, but I can't recommend the Heat enough. Even if you're not a beginner, I think this disc could fill a really good spot in your bag at that 350 to 400 range if you have a wide fairway, if you're playing anything like park disc golf or anything out of the woods a lot, this disc would be really great for you. That does it for this video. If you want to keep watching some disc videos, go ahead and tap this video right here to keep watching.